It's bodybuilding, and it's not close. It's literally these guys' jobs to get as jacked as humanly possible so they can get oiled up on stage next to a bunch of other dudes in their underwear so they can show their physique off to most likely homosexual judges. No, what we want to ask is what is the second most sus sport? See, I've come up with three that I think can contend: swimming, MMA, and hear me out on this, basketball. Swimming is probably the easiest one you can figure out. You got a bunch of guys in their tidy whities seeing who can go fastest in water. Now, I'm no scientist, but getting butt ass naked and jumping in your local river to chase the aquatic life makes you a fish. A gay fish? I bet you like fish sticks in your mouth. I know I do. I love fish sticks in my mouth. And whenever there's any debate about any athlete, swimmers will always bring up Michael Phelps. Oh my goodness, Michael Phelps. Have you seen the way he moves in the water? Have you seen his stroke game? Have you seen the way he strokes it in water? Why is it that every time we bring up Michael Phelps, everybody is in awe at his stroke game? They're in awe of how he strokes it in the water. But every time I stroke it in the water, the lifeguard tells me to leave the premises immediately. Now, of all the sports on this list, this one does have the most amount of women. However, since it is the end goal of a swimmer to turn into a fish, they wear their fish costume anytime they're outside. And whenever they engage with another person in their fish costume, they don't know whether that's a guy or a girl underneath. And I'll tell you right now, they don't care. And due to this, the number 4 spot goes to swimming. MMA, the sport that's dominated by guys and girls that look like guys. MMA fans will tell you that this is the most manly sport because you're literally watching two dudes put in a cage, clashing fists and spilling blood for your entertainment. However, the last time I watched a championship bout was 25 minutes of two guys hugging each other on the ground, so much so that they had their legs wrapped around each other, not letting the other guy leave from their grip. Look, there seems to be only two types of people that need this kind of leg strength: MMA fighters and a girl that's trying to baby trap you. Now, you put me with a female MMA fighter with that kind of leg strength, and I'm baby trapped at day one. That's not a good joke. I don't know. I mean, if it was literally my job to be mounted by a sweaty, jacked guy day in and day out, crotch to crotch, that's gotta change some brain chemistry. I mean, it would for me. You know, there are videos of MMA fighters talking about you have to be insane to be in this sport. You have to have something wrong with you to go in a cage and want to be beaten by another man. However, now that I watch MMA, I really understand what these guys are really looking for: love. Because when they go inside of that cage, they're not fighting each other. Man, they're embracing each other. They're feeling what it feels like to be loved by another person, how it feels to be held by someone you truly care about. And you know what? I think that's beautiful. MMA is our third most sus sport of all time. And lastly, number 2, right under bodybuilding, it's basketball. Whenever someone says that they're impressed by a basketball player, what do they say that they're impressed by? Their handles? What are they handling? Balls? They're passing? What are they passing? Balls? Their dunks? What are they dunking? Balls? It seems that everything in this sport revolves around balls. If you're thinking about balls 24/7, that's gotta do something to you. I mean, you know what? Fuck this. Roll the tape.
Just getting a taste of them. I'm like, I'm tired of getting a taste of them. I want the whole load.
I think it's good just taking turns on him and just giving him different looks and just showing him different bodies. And I think it was good just being physical with him and denying.
Series long, we've been able to penetrate their bigs, get deep, suck the D in, and then we got spot up shooters.
And Joker, instead of going around him, he just banging and banging and banging. When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body, come on.
I mean, that in itself should be enough evidence. Need I say more? I will. I do think a lot of these basketball players would be better off in another sport. I mean, you look at something like dunking, where the goal is to jump as high as you can, put the ball in the hoop, and put your nuts on another guy's face, which only lasts like a few seconds. They'd be better off in a sport like jiu-jitsu, where your nuts can be on his face for a full 5 minutes straight. Now, while in jiu-jitsu, having someone else's nuts in your face is perfectly accepted and very common, in basketball, this only lasts a few seconds. It comes and goes so fast, and this is what basketball players yearn for. They wanna jump up and put their nuts into someone else's face while putting that ball in the hoop. But we already know that ball in the hoop was just an excuse to put their nuts on someone else's face. This fleeting experience, this fleeting fire is what they chase. That's why they jump up so high, hoping that they can have that nut-to-face action. And for that reason, basketball is the number 2 most sus sport of all time. And you know what? I don't blame them, because I'm always glazing la goat. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate it.